when the bishop can go, I went from Pimpstick to Pulpit, and nobody gave a fuck about that. You know, and the hustle was the same. I mean, he sat up and said the hustle was the same as fucking pimping. You know,
did you hear his story about that? I mean, when he said, yeah, I got to this car accident and I begged the Lord. I said, Lord, if you let me live, I quit all this pimping and everything. And when I survived, I told all my bitches, I can't do it no more. Y'all got to go. They was upset. They said, Daddy, no, don't go. I said, no, go ahead. I can't do this. I promised the Lord. I'm like,
that's the best Bishop Don Juan.
Yeah.
I said
that was it. I figured out who you were talking about. I was like, that's the bishop.
That's the bishop.
Yeah.
That's the green and the gold.
Yes, sir.
You sit there and talk about even Jesus ran around with 12 wayward motherfuckers. You know, I'll bring these hoes with me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen.
He said you could get the money from the guys and the women. Mm-hmm. You know, you're well rounded. And that's what it is. It's a hustle. And like you said, man, you can look at the preacher.
Yeah.
You know, like, damn. Look at this.
Hey, shit, my people's church, man. I mean, one of their previous pastors, motherfucker hitting folks up, left and right in the collection plate around 2-3 times.
Damn.
Come to find out, after he gets fired from the church, he ran up a huge gambling debt and ran up their credit card bills and shit. You know,
sounds about right. That sounds about right.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You know, when my grandfather was he passed away, and been in this church fucking 60 years and shit, and this motherfucker want to be paid to give the blessings at the funeral and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They had to kick this nigga out $400, and I'm sitting there like, you got to be shitting me. All 60 years of 10%. And you want an extra 400, nigga? Eat 3 dicks. Fuck you. Like the shit just it fucking eats at me. You know what I mean?
I know.
I just can't stand that shit.
Another reason for me why I already thought it was some bullshit. But my mom was saying that my mother's a very devout woman. She just, on her birthday, which was a couple of days ago, she was just reciting the Bible. But I remember when I got injured, when you brothers came up to the hospital, I guess she said that the church was giving her a hard time about, doing an announcement and all of that shit. She had been a member all of these years, and she said that they kind of really was treating her kind of fucked up. So I'm like, man, you know what? Not that I needed a nail in the coffin for that bullshit, but it's a hustle, man. It's like you said, man. It's 2 motherfuckers that don't believe in it. Probably 3. The motherfucker that's there with his wife making sure the pastor ain't trying to fuck her. And, there it is, man. Like,
so it's just a hustle. That's all it is, man. If you don't know you being hustled, that's on you, especially after all this. After all, again, how long you been knee deep in the church? You haven't figured out what the hell you're supposed to do with yourself,
right?
You got to keep going. And I get it. Certain folks need to go, just like how folks need to go to the gym. It's I need to physically. I get that certain sensation when I when you go to the gym, and certain people are like, nah, I can just do my thing at the crib. I get that, but you got a dude who, like you said, man, may have been a former pimp or reformed or whatever, and probably never even left the city. And he's the chosen one that's supposed to, enlighten your soul.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Ain't never been nowhere. Don't you paying this dude who don't even own a passport.
I'm like, God be choosing a lot of fucked up individuals to spread his word. Like, damn.
Like this dude, God? For real? This the dude, I'm supposed to kick up to. Huh.
You said God don't make no mistakes.
Man, go to a few of these churches.
Right. When the pastor fucking your kids, and God made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. He fucked up with that Vatican. Goddamn.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother show. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're just talking about the hustle aspect of it. Like, dude, like you said, dude passing the plate around 2-3 times. Like, trying to figure out a way to get donations through a pandemic. All kind of hustles. Let me text you a prayer, for a fee.
Yeah.
All that bullshit, man.
And I remember that shit too. I remember my old church. They would send that motherfucking plate around 3 times, and then you had them little motherfucking envelopes and shit where you put them little, you put a couple dollars in there to be the gift.
Like,
You
God,
got just
dang.
you got three go rounds with the plate, now a gift.
Like, this ain't my Cadillac, it's the Lord's Cadillac.
Right.
You remember Mount Calvary? I mean, them
Dude.
niggas had to show they W-2s.
Oh,
Dude, think about it. That was the one that opened my, because I actually went to the school and I played Little League for him and all that bullshit. And think about it, man. It was just like like a hustler. That church was down there on Oak Hill, but he lived out in out in Boardman. It's kind of like that's his crack house.
Yeah,
it's where he sell his dope, but he don't he don't lay his head right there neither. He bounces out into the burbs. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it. It was in the right smack in the hood, man, making bank. Look at the surrounding areas, man. It was shit. It was terrible. But inside that, immaculate.
And you know what? The whole of the used to hear about that church. And all I used to hear is the girls that went to the church was fine in the motherfucker, and it was a bunch of bullshit that we used to go on at that church. People even talked about, well, I ain't gonna go that.
Yeah,
deep.
go there, because I got it, man. I know a motherfucker that got knee deep in that asshole. Yeah, what? I got a homeboy whose brother is gay, and he was knocking him off. Who?
Hey man, we don't drop names. We don't drop names.
I ain't gonna drop my homeboy's brother's name, but man, we were sitting down chopping it up one day, and man, he ran down a few names, and I'm like, oh damn.
What was that joint? The Act 3?